Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we need to reveal our dad joke of the day. So, for Tuesday, July 15th, what's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. All right, well, I would also like to update our count. We are now at 136 out of 200. We are making progress for sure. We can reach that 200. I believe in all of you. So I would like to thank Cindy Clausen for signing up as a Tier 2 member. So Cindy counted as 2 towards our goal as a Tier 2 member. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Pearl Power, Boot Play, Vault Bounce Shoe Bars, Smile Beam Eject Scream, Rings Feathers Nope and Remove. So Vault and Bounce feel similar, but they are next to each other. Vault can also be... See, I think they want you to think of Vault as jumping because they put it next to Bounce, but it could also mean somewhere where you keep valuables. A vault, like the noun. So we got to keep that in mind. It doesn't mean it is that. I'm seeing bars and rings and vault, which are gymnastics events. If there's a fourth one, that's probably it. The beam. Yeah, the balance beam. So I don't think this is purple. I'm wearing purple today, so I would like to try for purple first. But I don't know. Do you think this is blue or green? I'm gonna mark this green, but it might be blue. It could also be yellow. I don't know. We'll have to see what the other ones are to compare against, but I'm gonna mark that green kind of in the middle there. What else do we have here? We've got pearl. Pearl is interesting. Pearl and feathers. Would these be like decorations? Like clothing decorations? Decorate with your smile. I'm not sure. Smile and scream remind me of those masks. Like you can wear a scream mask and a smile mask. But I don't know if that's it. Probably not. Boot and shoe. See, they put boot next to shoe also. Shoe. Boot has more definitions than shoe, I think. Like boot can mean to remove. Yeah, boot and eject. I think that might be better. Although they're also kind of in the same column, but at some point they don't have much choice in placement. Anyway, you boot someone out, you eject them, and you bounce them like you're a bouncer, and you remove them. Okay, so these are synonyms, but they are verb synonyms, so they might not be yellow. But I'm going to mark this yellow for now, because synonyms do tend to be yellow, unless there's other synonyms. So we have the blue and the purple left probably, although we might have an easier one like a green if the gymnastics stuff is blue. We have pearl, we have power, we have shoe, scream. Scream makes me think of the movie, of course. What else could it be though? Nope is weird. Isn't Nope? Are we just doing horror movies like Nope and Scream? I think Nope is a horror movie, isn't it? The problem is I may not know the other horror movies. Maybe it's not that. Shoe, play. Huh. See, they've got play and eject, which makes you think of like VCR buttons, but I don't think it's that. I like eject as part of boot, bounce, remove. Pearl. What could pearl mean? Pearl and feathers really does make me think of decorations, but I don't see other decorations. You wear nice shoes, put on a smile. This is really out there. What would power, nope, scream, and play be though? Power, play, and eject are all VCR buttons. Is there another VCR buttons? Is there another buttons? I don't see one. I think it's a red herring. Gotta consider that though. So maybe power and play are in different categories. Play, bill, play. I'm a little lost on these last two. Feathers. Things birds have. I don't know. I can't get this out of my head that these are like things related to dressing up. And a smile is so weird for that. But like if you're wearing a smile mask, just one shoe. Like why is it one shoe? I don't know. That doesn't seem right at all. Like it's such a stretch. What would power, nope, scream, and play be then? I don't like putting power and play together unless they're VCR buttons. Yeah. Scream and Nope are definitely, I don't know. Scream's definitely a movie. I'm pretty sure Nope is a horror movie or thriller. I could see a thriller being named Smile. I'm just not familiar with one. I don't know. Is Feathers a horror movie? Shoe, Play, Power. Pearl, Power, Play, and Shoe. Like, what would that be? I'm so lost. Okay, I think I have to give up on purple first just because I can't figure out these other two, and I'm going to need to probably spam some mistakes. So let's get the ones I do know and make sure they're actually right. So I'm going to do this first. I'm hoping it's blue, but it's probably green. These are the gymnastics events, or whatever you want to call those. Although that was even yellow. Then we've got eject, remove, bounce, and let me get rid of these. What was the other one? Boot. Yeah. So this is green, I guess. Forced to leave. Okay. I wasn't right about those colors anyway. So anyway, yeah. So I got blue and purple left. I'm not surprised. I think I'll try my pearl. I mean, it's probably wrong, but I want to try pearl, feathers, shoe, and smile, and just see if that's something. So that wasn't one away. So what we've learned from that is that we need to split it in half, 2 and 2. We don't know how to split it in half, but if 3 of these went together, we'd be one away. So I'm thinking if we have Nope and Scream, maybe 2 of these are let's see if these 2 are horror movies. That's one away. So that means that I don't know, there's not a whole lot we can learn from that, is there? And Pearl could go together, or Shoe or Pearl could be a horror movie. Smile, Scream, Feathers, maybe kinds of masks. So we wouldn't want Nope in there. We'd want maybe like a play mask or a power mask. I have one more mistake to use. I'm going to use it on this. So that wasn't one away. So this was one away and that wasn't. So I think that means Nope has to go with this group that was one away. So I can't remove Nope and I can't add power. So I either need to remove Scream and add Pearl or Shoe, or I need to remove Smile or Feathers and add Pearl or Shoe, which means Play goes with Power, I would think. Play, Power. Oh, yay. Maybe there's a fill in the blank with Play and Power. It's just there's so many. I can't really think what goes with both, but. And then they'd go with one of these and Pearl or Shoe. Darn it. I'm having to logic this again because I still. Another one where I just cannot figure out blue or purple. What's wrong? Smile. Okay. This was one away. And I removed Nope, added Power, and we weren't one away anymore. So Nope goes in. Nope is part of the majority. Power is not. And then I also know that Smile, Feathers, Pearl, Shoe was not one away. Which means if I were to add Pearl or Shoe, I must remove Smile or Feathers. If I keep Smile, Feathers, I have to keep Nope also and get rid of Scream and add Play. So it could be this. Smile, Play, Feathers, Nope. Is Play a horror movie? What would Pearl, Shoe, Scream, and Power be? Pearl, I don't know like any phrase that goes with Pearl. What would go with Pearl? Pearl Jam. I'm tempted to do this one. Smile, Feather. I don't know what it is though. Yikes. Yeah, I'm completely at a loss. It's worse than the 50-50 that I had yesterday. Smile, Feathers. So the other option is I remove Smile or Feathers and add Pearl or Shoe, and that's like a much harder choice. There's a bunch of options for that. But it would mean Nope and Scream go together, which really makes me think it's movies. Feathers and Smile both sound like movies, but Feathers being plural, like why is it plural and nothing else is? Maybe that's a fill in the blank instead. So Smile would be our movie along with Pearl or Shoe. Shoe does not feel like a movie. So this is my best bet, I think. And I have no idea what these categories are, and I'm probably about to lose. Okay. Horror movies. There you go. So I knew it was horror movies, but I didn't know that Pearl and Smile were horror movies. Also, Scream is a horror movie from way before 2022, but maybe they remade it. But yeah, Pearl and Smile, like that was I logicked it on what sounds like it could be a movie title. I still have no idea what Play, Feather, Shoe, and Power is, but we're about to find out. Horse. Okay. Horse feathers. Horses don't have feathers. It must be a phrase that means something. I'll look that up. Horse feathers? I don't think I feel like I've heard that before, but I don't know. I don't remember what it means. Horse feathers is an old-fashioned American slang term meaning nonsense. That's horse feather. Yeah, because horses don't have feathers. It's like balderdash. All right. Horse play. Yeah, like playing around, like siblings or whatever. Horse playing. Horsepower, of course. It's a measurement of power. And horseshoe. Yes. Okay. I won again through analysis of one-aways and vibes. There you go. I mean, play the game enough, and you can do that. I was pretty convinced I was about to lose though. I don't know. This felt hard to me, but at the same time, if you know horror movies, then maybe not hard. I don't know. I'll give it a 3. There's so much trivia. What the heck? Okay. So looking at the picture, shows a horseshoe. It gives away purple. It's even colored purple. So that would have helped quite a bit. Look, I mean, I don't look at the picture before I solve. All right, 3.3 out of 5. So they thought it was a little harder than I did, but I was maybe being generous. Super tall solve here. 54% solve rate, 5 out of 5. Okay, it was tricky today. Yeah, so I would have been in good company if I lost. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I was one of 5 people with this game in the million sample. So that's crazy that there were others who did my exact same game with all the mistakes and all. Okay, what are people getting first? Yeah, it's about equal split between green and yellow, and they are not getting blue, purple first. Second is probably the same split. Yep, and then ever. Yeah, people who are losing just cannot figure out blue, purple, and I don't blame them. Okay. Yeah, that's basically what we're seeing from the stats. Just like majority of people losing are getting yellow, green, and then failing. Makes perfect sense to me. And then, so of course, all the mistakes are people trying to figure out what the heck blue and purple are doing. Okay, wearable items. Yes, you wear pearls, shoes, smiles, and feathers. That's basically what I was trying to think of. Like, it felt like they could go together, and 19% of people agreed with me. Okay. One-word movies, feathers, sure. All right. What are people confidently locking in? I mean, it's going to be yellow and green, and then yeah, putting vault in with like they put vault next to bounce for a reason. They wanted you to think that they were related. Okay, cool. And they are kind of related. It is the vault event, so you are jumping. Okay. Anyway, I think that's about all I want to look at. Look at all these. Cool. How'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Doubtful. Doubtful. Not sure. Neanderthals made the first one from birch bark tar approximately 200,000 years ago. Huh. Fire, maybe? Fire starting rock. What? Shoot. The flint. There you go. Word that can fill the blanks of so blank and go blank. So go. I'm not sure. Meditation practitioner, a yogi maybe. Brand of cooler could be also be a monk. Brand of cooler is igloo, so not fire. Okay. Igloo. Short-lived relationship. I have to think about whether this is. Oh, this is fling, so it is yogi. Mushrooms and such. Fungi. They're very fun guys. So this is glue. Even so, yet. And this is iffy. Doubtful is iffy. And then outer layer of a tent. Or so long, go long. Okay. The fly is the outer layer of the tent. I did not know that. Did I look at all the clues? Brown to cooler, short-lived relationship, mushrooms, even so, outer layer. Yeah. Fire starting rock was flint. They made glue out of birch bark tar. Okay. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is come one, come all. Is it circus? It's like a circus thing, right? Sir. I don't know. I can't find circus. So I don't know, like elephants and juggling and clowns and I don't know. None of that's really jumping out at me. Okay, we have a Z here. Interesting. What would come one, come all mean other than circus? Just any kind of like entertainment? Entertainment. I'm not seeing it. I'm looking at these E's. Oh, wait. N. No. Derm. Slive. Um. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna look more closely for any kind of word here. We've got game or games. Is it? Ooh, is it some kind of like something games? What would it be? Carnival games, maybe? Or okay, so what would go? Oh, fair games. Interesting. It wouldn't be the spanogram, but it could be fair games. Or is it like? I feel like that would be two words. Weird. Hmm. So what would this be? We don't have any vowels around here. Tracing the outline, we would have SUYOCS. Scoy. What's this PKZ area doing then? We have its EI. PR. Oh, prizes. So fair games. We have prizes. I'd really like carnival to be in here somewhere. So you see prizes here. This 2x3 is prizes, and then ox, some kind of OCKS ending. What's the V doing? Prizes. Maybe it's games. Maybe games on its own. Like we have games and prizes. Here's prizes. And then games. And is it fair? Maybe it's ending in fairs. Something fairs. Things you'd find at the fair. So games, prizes, circus. I keep thinking there's circus here, but there's not. Okay, what else? What else is at the fair? Games, prizes. There's like food, a lot of fried food usually. There's shows. Games, prize. I mean, there's like Ferris wheels and other rides. I wonder if rides is here. Yeah, rides is up here. So we have prizes. We have rides. So if we're doing something fairs, county fairs, there it is. County fairs. Okay. So I think games is on its own. Yeah, so let's do games. And then let's do prizes. Are they all plural? We've got rides as well. This one's not plural. Oh, it might be, actually, it has an S. What is it though? Seamoos. Summit. Music, of course. Music. All right. Live livers. They have livers there. One per person. What is going on here? OCK, VOCK, TV. Oh, stock. What would it be stock? Is it something stock or just stock? I mean, stock is here, but I don't know if that's it. Livestock. They have livestock there. Okay, and then they have. We have to start with this V, I would think. We have vendors. There we go. Okay, yes. Seen at the county fair. Cool. The only thing I know about the Delaware County Fair back when I lived in San Diego. Wait, was it Delaware County Fair? Wait, Delaware County was in Philly. What was the fair in San Diego? Denmark County Fair. Sorry, I got confused. The only thing I knew about that was there would be backed up traffic on on the 5 whenever it was on. I never actually went. All right, cool. Well, let's load up the bonus wheel. All right, let's give it a spin. See what we're playing today. Looks like it's gonna be word 500. Cool. This word 500 entry was suggested by Cat in a Hat. All right, let's play. All right, so this is the daily word 500 in the advanced difficulty, the angry red face difficulty. It's an anything goes, repeated letters, rare letters, things like that. All right, What should I start with? Let's start with game because there were just games because there were games in the strands. All right, one yellow. I'm gonna assume it's the E, the most common letter that exists, until proven otherwise. We could be ending in E easily. There's probably a good word I could do that ends in E. I don't know why I'm filling out all blanks in E, but sometimes it helps me. I want to do like noise, but there's no S. What else can I do? Something like an ILE or an OLE would be pretty good, or even just like fill out that O or I. ONE, scone, again. How about trove? Ooh, trove sounds fun. Two yellows, so we're going to assume it's still the E, and I guess we'll bring in the other vowel. It could easily be T or R, but let's just move these. Where would we move these? Sorry. E and then O, maybe? Like tenor comes to mind, but we already did T and R. Peak. I wonder if it's easier to use the R. It would be yellow, though. Like do a re something. Let's see if there's a re something or something along those lines. I can't do ER, but I could do RE. Rain came to mind, but there's no G. Resin, no S. Relay, no A. I wonder if there's like an ERRY. Fairy? Let's do that. Ooh, that is perfect. All red is great because now you know none of them are in the word. I actually love getting all red. So we know there's no E or R. So I'm going to bring in the A then, the other vowel from here. And do I bring in the O? Maybe. Like we could do an OA word, something OA. If there's enough letters left to do that. Like poach. That's fun. One green and poach. Okay, so why don't we assume it's the A? Whoops. And then it got placed in the middle. A's love to be in the middle. And so no O, P, C, H. So I'm going to bring in the T, not the V. Hopefully it's obvious why. So what are we doing with that, though? That's actually kind of hard. A in the middle and then a T somewhere. A-N-T. Like I could do A-I-N-T, I would think. Well, maybe not, actually. Not at this point. We have I's and U's. Quant. Will it accept that? It accepted that. So maybe the A's right. Maybe the T's right. Would we want A-U-T maybe? Blot. Is that a word? Probably not. Nope. It could be the N. I mean, we can't have the Q. Well, I guess we could technically say, well, we start with QU and then reevaluate, but I'm thinking what would go between the A and T? A-I-T? The problem is that N. In, maybe it would be like enact, but there's no, wait, enact isn't a word. How do you spell enact? Oh, that's E-N, sorry. But is there something like this? Inalt, I'm not seeing it. So I probably have some kind of wrong assumption here. Let's play around with the idea of QU just so I can eliminate the Q. Oh, we need one more yellow here. The yellow wouldn't be the A, though. So no A in the word. So I need an N or a T as yellow. Let's use the T to avoid more repeats. Although we could use the O in the middle. No, O wouldn't be go in the middle. We need a vowel here after QU. So it's probably, it would have to be QUI then, because it can't be A or O. So I'm thinking QUIT, quite's the only word, and we can't do it. And then here, you know, we would need a PCH. I would actually need a C or an H here. So something like TH. But then we'd have to use a GM or S as our fifth letter. So yeah, there's no Q. I probably didn't have to prove that, but it really feels like I got the A's right coming down. Let's keep assuming that for now. No GMS. And then something's in place here. Probably not the U. Maybe the N is in place. And then we just need to move the T around. Just not first. So it would be something TAN. I or A. D maybe? I mean, It's tempting to guess stand, even though it can't be. Just to get some info. Why don't we do that? See if I'm on the right track. Oof, not. Okay, so if the A is right, then we have all of those green. And so I get one yellow in stand, which is not a great sign. We know there's no Q. So maybe the N was yellow both times. That would make the most sense to me, meaning no T, meaning the U's in place. Now we have to do a UA without a G or a Q, which just doesn't feel possible right now. What other letters would we need? We need the V. Suave. Unfortunately, it can't be suave for a lot of reasons. Also, we need two yellows in here. Okay, I think I cornered myself there. So not the N. Yellow, which means no N. The T could still be yellow, but then it would have to be fourth. Okay, that's still possible though. And then we'd still have a U before an A, so we'd be something UAT. This isn't looking good. No H. I need an O or a V. Neither of which are good ideas, and that would be it. Okay. No. I'm starting to think there's no A. Let's investigate that. Yikes. This is taking some analysis. Maybe the N is in place then. And then maybe the T was in place and I pulled it out. So we can end in NT. So no SD. And then I guess I have a U, which could go in the middle. Okay, so NT. So this is yellow. I could have a O. It could be like an O-U-N-T. I don't want the V, so that makes the most sense. Oh, I need... Okay, so I've already got O-U-N-T, and here's the problem. I need this... That would need this green P. Oh, no, I have the O. And the O would be green. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Sorry, I was thinking I needed that P. And then it would be mount. Yeah, perfect. The answer is mount. Alrighty, got there. Had to do a filler, but it was a quasi filler. All right. Yeah, that was tough. The M from games was one of the least likely. Not having an E. Fairy was very helpful. Red. Cool. The O being in place in poach. I really thought it was going to be the A. It kept doubling down on that A, but I kept having a different letter in place. I guess the N was in place, and that's what threw me off. Cool. Well, that is it for this video. If you would like to watch Wordle, which is like this game, but a little easier, then you can click at the end of the video and it'll take you right there. And I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.